Hello, hello, everyone. Hello. First of all, I want to say sorry for the delay. Yes, I know. And see, the cat came right in on time. The tablet is just perfect. Worry, worry, worry. We worry, we get weary and worrying. So, yes, I apologize people from my heart. Ah, yeah. So that is okay. I am here now. I am here now, and I appreciate you for being here. Thank you so much. Welcome, welcome, one and all. I am just so glad that you made it. I am just so glad that you are here. Yes, on this session, this live show, the Question Live Show with your host, Verona Willis-Brown. Yes, that is more. Absolutely. So I want to say thank you so much for being here. It is a pleasure when you show up. Because you know what I say, when you show up, you're not only showing up for yourself, you're showing up for your family, you're showing up for your community, and you're showing up for generations to come. So, yes, I want to thank you so very much for showing up here today because when I show up, it is the same reason. I am showing up for you and I'm showing up for generations to come. So, yes, 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 yes. So, now this is where we are going tonight. I just want to say, our topic says, weary worries. But before we go into the topic, I want to say to you that if this is your first time tuning in, very first time, you never seen me before, you never heard me before, you never watched this show before, you never know nothing about the Question Live Show, but somehow you happen to be looking at me and you be hearing me today. So if you're first time, I actually just put in the comment section that it is your first time so you can get a welcome, a special welcome from us. Yes. So I like first timers because first time you just now a part of the family. I don't do fans, so I do family. So no, you just add on to the family. So please let me know if this is your first time tuning in. And for those who are returning, I want to say welcome back. Welcome home. This is your home because we are family. Yes, we are family. So I want to say welcome home. Yes, darling. Now, first timers, let me just tell you something that we do have rules here. Don't get scared when I say rules. Rules are everywhere. In your house, at school, at church, in the mass, around the world, everywhere. In your office, rules are everywhere. So these are baby rules. I call them house rules just the same way. If you come to my house and I say, take off your shoes at the door, okay? Then you know that's a rule. And if I come to your house, the same thing. So they're baby rules. 1, 2, 3, maybe 3.5, 4. Sometimes they're 5 rules. 5 very simple rules. And what are they? You may ask, Verona. Don't you ask? I'm going to tell you. First rule is If you are watching me and you are listening to me right now, and I highlight your name on the screen, or I highlight your comment on the screen, or I called your name, simply means you are in the live audience. Absolutely, you are in the live audience. And if you are in the live audience, I say, look for the share button down there. And when you look for the share button, click it, please, and share it along, and invite someone else to come on in. Now, when you share something that's live, it's like getting fresh food out of the oven or off the stove, the one that your mama cooked, the one that is your favorite meal. So yes, you want to share that because they said sharing is caring, but no, sharing is in our DNA and caring is already in our DNA. So we want to share the live. Now, if you are watching this and I'm not spotlighting your name, I am not welcoming you. Simple mean you are watching the replay. Hashtag replay. Let me know what is it that you learn, a thing or two. Yes. But guess what? Look for the share button down. No, right there. Look for the share button as well and click it and share. Share. Because you see, when you watch a replay, it is like getting leftover food. And what do? We share, because sometimes leftover food do taste good. Not a person, yes. Sometimes it do taste good because you warm it up and the season just soak up in there, and it's nice. So you want to share that as well. I think I learned a thing or two about my mama. My mama share. So you want to share that. So that's rule number one. Rule number two is very simple. Grab yourself something to write with, whether it is a pen, a crayon, a marker, maybe a piece of feather. But if you got a piece of feather, get yourself some ink or some paint, dip it in there, scribble it right there. And when you do that, grab yourself a notebook or a piece of paper. And when you don't have that, or if you don't have that, now you're going to go right in your devices and look for a blank page. Notepad section, look for that blank page. And if you don't have a blank page, because you're supposed to have a blank page somewhere, notepad section, if you're on your computer, look and say word, word simply means you want to write a new document. So when you do that, if you don't want to do that, you can text back to yourself, because I know everybody text. Just the same way you go and text something on this live or on the replay. You text back something to yourself. Find your number and text back to yourself. What am I telling you to write down or text? I am saying to you, here on the Question Live Show, we drop juicy contents and golden nuggets, and I ask you to write them down. I encourage you to write, because when you write, you're extracting the very thoughts out of your head, and you're building a relationship with your fingers, your mind, and your heart, and the paper. Yes, and if you drop one word equals to a sentence. A sentence equal to a paragraph equal to a page, another page, and so forth. Yes, so forth. So you want to write that down. Writing is very healthy for you. Disclaimer, I'm not a doctor. Writing is very healthy for you, let me tell you. Yes, you never know where the result of that writing is going to be. No, you don't have to write what I say, but writing on a whole is good for you. Just like reading is good for your mind. If you read and write, that is something I learned very early. You want to do that. And then the next thing is, you want to get something to drink. Grab yourself something to drink, whether it is water, wine, tea, or juice, whatever it is. Maybe it is some soup or some porridge or some smoothie, whatever, maybe some broth. Whatever is it that you drink, grab it. Put it in the comment section. Now, you see, I am not asking you to tell me what is it that you're drinking to be nosy and find out what is it that you're drinking. I am just saying that when you put it in there, I raise my glass, my cup, my spoon, whatever it is that I have, and I celebrate you, because here we celebrate each other. And that is the whole point, that we celebrate each other, whether it's a small win or a big win. Maybe it's your anniversary, maybe it's your birthday, all of that good stuff. A couple of days ago, we had a birthday and anniversary and all that good stuff. So we celebrate people here, okay? So usually I will show up with my cup, with my glass, my fancy glass of water. For one, I believe in drinking water because water quenches your thirst. So when you're thirsty, you don't just get some soda. You get some water because it quenches that thirst, honey, and it hydrates the body. That's two. Three, I believe in miracles. Yes, I do. I believe in miracles. Jesus is the best miracle worker because he done turn water into wine. And you never know what will happen to my water. But tonight I am not doing that. I got my cup right here. Yes, yes, yes. I have my cup right here. I am going to be drinking in my little cup right here. My cup with my little, some soup is in my cup, right? So that's what we are going to be drinking. I'm going to be drinking tonight. So yes. And the next rule is very simple. Now, if you need to use the bathroom, whether it's to the right or to the left, wherever it is, go to the bathroom and come right back. Ladies, you know that there's always a line at our bathroom at any event. So I hope there's no line at your bathroom. Yeah, if there's a line at your bathroom, we need to talk. We need to talk about that. Right. So go to the bathroom, come right back and grab your seat. When you grab your seat will be right here reserved with your name on it. Just like the seat of life. The seat of life got your name stamped on it, and nobody can take that. Because you know why? Let me tell you why. Because on that seat is your intention, your expectation, your goals, your talents, your gifts, your destiny, and most of all, your purpose. Inside of your destiny and your purpose, it's like a relationship. But inside of that is greatness. Greatness is what enveloped in that, and greatness is in you. So therefore, if you hand over your seat, you're handing over your birthright. Yes, darling, you're handing over your birthright, and you don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. We don't want to hand over a birthright to nobody, because that's you handing over your greatness. And then when you do that, you're weakening yourself. So we're not going to do that. So with that said, for those who don't need to use the bathroom, those who already have their drink, I want to say welcome to you. Welcome, welcome to another episode. So let me take some time to welcome those who are in the audience. Again, I told her that if I call the names, it means you're in the live audience. So I look over here and I see who's in the live audience, and I see Theta is in the live audience. Theta, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome home. This is not welcome back. This is welcome home. So yes. Now, before we go any further, there's always a little thing that I throw in there, that if I say something that resonates with you, whether it's in your heart or your mind, wherever it resonates, honey, I just tell you, drop in the comment section right there. Drop yes. Yes. You put yes with an exclamation sign because it hits something, right? And it resonates with you nicely. So I said, I think that will be all. That will be all. There's no other rule. Welcome, Sharon. Welcome, Sharon. Yes, yes, yes. Welcome, welcome home. Welcome home. So yes, yes. So tonight we want to go into that. So again, if you have your drink, you have your writing tools, you use the bathroom, you have your seat, your seat is up front. It is reserved if you have all of that in place, and sip, sip, sip. Somebody might want to sip something for me. If you drinking on my behalf, I really appreciate you. Because I'll be doing all the talking. So drink on my behalf. Thank you so very much. Now, I say, while we wait for those who went to the bathroom, while we wait for them to come from the bathroom, I said, if you're ready, type in the comment section that you are ready, and so forth. And I see Theta know the drill. She know the drill. Theta is up front. Theta got a VIP seat. She's up front. She got her seat right there. She already know the drill in here, that whatever I am going to say is like she know exactly what I'm going to say. So she know the drill, and she is ready for tonight's episode. Again, I want to apologize for the delay. We will get that together somewhere, somehow, honey. Don't you worry. But I tell you what, that title roll right in place where it ties up with whatever is going on. I know y'all probably sitting there wondering, worrying, saying, where is Verona? Where is the Christian Life Show? But I am here now. I am here. Yes, yes, yes. So let us jump right into our topic. Let's jump right into our topic, which is called, oh, just to let you know. Oh, I mean, I think y'all saw that. Today's my 150th episode. Oh, yes. Anyway, what a way. So today we are going to talk about no weary worries. Worries. What causes us to worry? What causes us to worry? Before we go any further, let me tell you, this is not a monologue. This is a dialogue. Simply mean if I am on this side, I am saying something, and I ask a question, you answer the question. So we go back and forth. It is a conversation between us, not just me running my mouth. No, we are teachers and students. So I learn from you, you learn from me. We good to go. So again, if I ask a question, you got an answer, you put it in the comment section as well. And we roll on in there. Right. Don't let me answer back to myself. So no weary worry. Now you must be wondering, what does that even mean? Whoa. When we sit and worry, our hand is on our jaw. We worry about tomorrow. We worry about the children. We worry about the bills. We worry about the spouse. We worry about our health. We just worry. It's like it's just a part of us just to worry. It really is a part of us, but we can work around that. Because I'm going to drop in some solution. You know what I do here? I drop in some solution. Because here what we try to do is to inspire and uplift and empower each other. So when I show up, even if it's delayed, the point is I showed up. So we want to lift up each other. We want to inspire each other. Because when we do that, we're a better community. We're a better family. Now, family don't have to be your biological family. Family, everybody around the world, that's your family. Global family, darling. Yes, we do that. So we are not only talking about your mama's children and the one that got your last name. So when we are worrying even about the person that we just met today, the person that we met yesterday. Oh, I wonder, because when you worried, you're wondering something. You stretch your imagination and you go on and you wondering something. So when you wonder, oh, what if I'm going to see that person again? And you start putting it. So we had a thing where we put our hand to our jaw and we're like, I wonder if I'm going to see that again. I wonder if I'm going to get better. I wonder if my bill's going to be paying. I wonder if I'm going to have enough money. I wonder. So you keep on wondering. We keep on wondering, and you worry about everything. Exactly, Tina, you worry about almost everything. Everything. You sit and you worry and you sit there, you're like, oh, I wonder if my children gonna turn out correct. I wonder if my children gonna be smart. And you just keep on wondering, because that's what worry is. Worry is wonder. You stretch your mind to a place of wondering. But I'm here to encourage you, and I'm here to plant into you a place of consciousness. When a place of consciousness hits you, you accept that which come forward, but you don't have to entertain it for a very long time. So when worry jump into your way, you don't have to entertain worry. You don't got to hold her worry by the hand and like, girl, let's go, boy, let's go down the road, high jump, skipping, all that stuff. You don't got to do all of that. Everything that comes to your forehead, to your forefront, wherever comes to your mind first, you have a choice of how you want to maneuver it. You have a choice. So when you sit there, the very thing that you're worrying about, sometimes you can't control them. Do you? You understand what I'm saying? Uh-huh. If you get what I'm saying, you can put in the comment section, yes. When we worry about the very things that we can't control. Most of the time, the very things that we worry about, we can't control that. Oh, I wonder if the weather is going to change. Oh, I wonder if the sun's going to shine. I wonder if it's going to rain. I wonder what time Verona is going to come on. Huh? I wonder. And you keep on wondering. I wonder. And you keep on wondering. I wonder where's Verona. I wonder what's going on with Verona. Uh-huh. So these are our very thoughts that pop up in our head, and these are the very thoughts that we don't really have to entertain. Because if you don't know the answer, you don't worry too much about it. Correct? You don't worry too much about it. You let it flow. Let it flow. And when you don't think about it, because you see, I learned this, that where energy goes, energy grows. Because the more you keep on worrying about something, it's the bigger it will get. Absolutely, the bigger it will get. Because now you start worrying about Verona and everything start adding up. You start worrying about Verona and you start thinking everything. Because let me tell you, as a result of worrying too much, your thoughts become negative. Are you with me? Type in the comment section that you are with me, that you are following, that you are there. Type in if this is you. Type in. If you're following, type it in. Let me know that you are following, so I'm not just here running my mouth. Because I told you that when you don't talk back to me, I start sweating and I said, oh my goodness, I'm just here talking away and all that good stuff, right? So when you're worrying, the very thought, the first thought that you put, that jump in your head, right? It goes there, get in your brain, get in your mind. So we raise in a place of consciousness, and when it goes in the mind, the mentality of you start going in a negative dungeon. You start jumping into a negative dungeon because now you start wondering, when. No wonder the same thing, worrying, when, wonder, they all start with double. Double. Right? So when we think about worrying, we think about the very first thought, I wonder. But if you don't get an answer, I wonder. And if you still don't get an answer, that same wonder start expanding and start going to a negative ditch. I wonder what taking so long. I wonder what she's doing. I wonder what's going on with her. I wonder. But in the midst of you worrying, the best thing for you to do is to start thinking positive. Start thinking positive, because the more you worry about something, when you're worrying about it, I am telling you, it is not being positive at no point at all. It is not being positive. I am not telling you no lie. It is not being positive, because I wonder when, I wonder when, I wonder when. And this is how you start wondering when. Oh, I wonder what, I wonder what, I wonder what. And so you start wondering, the mind starts drifting away from every positive thought that you even thought you had. So if you thought you had a positive thought and you start wondering, it's going to drift. Yes, it is going to drift. So when you start worrying about someone, the best thing for you to do is to distract that worry thought and go somewhere into the positive note and find the opposite of what that very thought expanded to. Because our negative thoughts get expanded real fast. Yes, Lord, you get expanded real fast. Yeah, no. Oh, yeah. Where are you? Because we're having some heat wave. I know where you're at, but there's some heat wave going on. Lord of mercy, probably some 100, 110 and all that stuff. Wherever you are, I hope you're hydrated, honey, because when I finish, I am going to have me probably 2 gallons of water. Yeah, that's what I've been drinking. So I hope you're drinking your water wherever you are. I hope you are drinking your water. So yes. So when you're worrying, distract that Absolutely, absolutely, Sharon, absolutely. Worry doesn't change anything. Well, it changes your very thought to something negative. It only expand your very thought to something negative. So what it does, it don't change the situation, but it adds on and expand the situation. It expand the very first thought of worrying. So when you start thinking worry, you start getting weary. Uh-huh. And when you start getting weary, you start getting weak. You just start getting weaker and weaker and weaker. And worry weaken your immune system. That's number one. It weakens your immune system. Again, I am putting up a disclaimer that I am not a doctor. I am not a medical doctor. However, I know a thing or two. So when I give you something, I am giving it to you from my experience, which is my best teacher, and my higher professor is God. So when he dropped in some knowledge on me, when he dropped in some wisdom on me, I like to share it with you. So yes, I am not a medical doctor. I just like to share my experience. I like to empower you with my experience. And of course, for my higher self, I like to share that as well. So let me go back to what I'm saying, that worry, it weakens your immune system. It causes medical condition to get worse. Are you with me? Are you with me? So it weaken you. So when you start worrying, maybe your head start hurting. Oh my God, maybe your chest start hurting. And your stomach start cramping up, and you start thinking, huh? Yes, you start thinking, and all of a sudden, oh, I don't feel good. And then maybe you start getting nauseous because no, nothing is changing, but you're just worrying so much. Oh my God, I wonder. And nothing is changing except for your thoughts as is expanding. Your very thoughts are expanding. Hmm. So when your thoughts are expanding, I ask you just to distract that a little and just detour. Because if you know that that worrying is going to weaken you, what is the opposite of weak? Strong. You want to be strong in that moment of worry. You want to be strong not only for yourself, but you want to be strong for the next person that you are worrying about. Mm. Because the way you're worrying about the next person, you sending out like a wave, a magnet. You're sending out that magnet. So when you stop and you make a prayer, you make that prayer request and say, okay, I pray that she is okay. I pray that he's okay. I declare that that person is okay. I declare that everything work out. And you put that out there. And once you're doing that, you will see that things will shift, because there's something about something shifting. Okay, when you shift, you get stronger. So many people put themselves in a state. We oftentimes wrap ourselves around worry based on what our eyes see. Our natural eyes will see things, and we got attracted to what our natural eyes will see, and we start worrying about it. Somebody in another country going through something, we start worrying about that too. Why? Because our natural eyes are seeing it. And when our natural eyes are seeing things, we tend to worry about it. Now, I for sure been there. I've been there. I've been that worry master. Yep. If there was an award for worry, I think I would have got a certificate. I wouldn't get the award. I would have got a certificate. Like, girl, you got a certificate. You good to go. Yeah, because I'm going to say, I wonder what happened. I wonder where. I wonder how. I wonder why. Yeah. The when, why, and how. Worry. Worry. You heard about those? Those are little people. The when, the why, the how. They're little people somewhere. So you wonder when this going to start. You wonder when she's going to come. You wonder what he's going to do. You wonder what you're going to eat. I wonder what I'm going to cook for dinner. Oh, number one. I wonder what I'm going to wear today. Right. I wonder what I'm going to wear today. Simply mean you got a lot of choices. When you start wondering something, there's some choices. We get choices when there's a thought of worry. We got choices. I wonder what I'm going to put on today. Simply mean you got choices. I wonder what I'm going to cook. Simply mean you got choices. For some people around the world, they don't have choices. For some people around the world, they don't worry. Uh-huh. Some people somewhere around the world right now, the first thing that pops up in front of them called food, maybe it is just a piece of bread, or maybe the little child is digging in the garbage to find some food because that is what's in front of that child. And the child finds some form of garbage, and the child go and find a way to make it a valuable. Okay. So when we start worrying, sometimes I think we got too many things. You open your refrigerator. Now tell me I'm not by myself. No, you go to your refrigerator and you stand there for about a minute or two. I wonder what I'm going to eat today. And the refrigerator is open and you're looking at the refrigerator. You got a few things in there, but yet we're saying, I wonder what I'm going to be eating. And all we got to do is take something out and make it. Hello, anybody? Yes? We go to the pantry. So many people don't have pantry. But we go to the pantry. Oh my God, what am I going to eat now? Oh, but I wonder what I'm going to make for dinner. Choices. We got choices. So each time we think about worrying about something, let us be toward that very worried thoughts and let us convince ourselves. Let us go into that mindset. Let us go into that mentality that whatever that we are worrying about, there is something that can be done about it. Yes. As Sharon said, worry doesn't change anything. We can change how we accept worry. We can change how we maneuver worry. You said, I wonder when she's coming. I wonder when. I wonder when. I wonder when this is going to start. I wonder when. Why we do this? And what are the stages of what are the things that put in front of us that cause us to worry like this? See, when somebody promises us something, somebody will promise us something, just like it's a schedule to be here. That's a promise. Somebody promised to give you something, and they said to you, Theta, I am gonna come to your house at this time and at this and at this day, and you sat there and you wait this time, this day. And that time, that day, slowly drifting away. And Theta sitting there saying, oh, but this person said that they were coming this time, this day. Now what happened to Theta? Theta is going to start thinking, maybe she wasn't telling the truth, or maybe he wasn't telling the truth, or maybe she's just not coming. Maybe that was a lie. And you start thinking, you start wondering away. You start wondering away. So when you start wondering away, all that negative things coming. No, I said, Theta, I'm going to promise to give you something, and I never gave it, and I gave it a time. Should you keep on worrying? No, because I learned this. God is time, and time is the master for every single thing. Therefore, when the very thing that I promise you get to you, that is the time for it to get to you. Correct? That is the very time that you're supposed to get it. If I said, okay, the show is scheduled for 7 p.m., but it didn't start until 8 p.m., 8:30 p.m., that's the time it's supposed to start. Okay, that might not sound like Verona. No. Yes. That is the very time. So whatever thing that is promised to you, whatever thing that is set to you, whatever schedule is set, and you see it by your eyes, but you don't see it from your inner man, that Time is everything. So when things are promised to you, let us not just wrap ourselves around it and start worrying, because the more you wrap yourself around it, you will worry, and that worry will become negative. Absolutely negative thoughts will start jumping in your head. And you know, we talk about those tenants, they start jumping in your head, practicing for the Olympics, whether winter or summer Olympics, honey. Yes, they be practicing for the Olympics. They go to the gym, they do all sort of things in your head. So let us try to avoid worrying. And I'm going to give you some solutions of how we could avoid all this worrying. Yes. Oh, do I worry? I don't worry that much. I just like, oh, okay. And then I just drift my thoughts away, and then I come back in place. Because it is natural for us to worry, but it's not okay for us to keep on worrying, because there are other things for us to do. So if you're worrying about me coming somewhere, me giving you something, find something else to do in the meantime. In the meantime, it's in the middle of your worry. It is in the meantime. Do you know that the letter M, M, when you flip it up, that is W. If you don't believe me, you can write it down and look at it. I'm just saying. Yep. Yep. If you don't believe me, write it down and turn it upside down, and you will see that is the same letter. Yes. Yes. Jesus tells us in his word not to worry, not to worry. The Lord said, don't even worry about tomorrow. But yet we say, I wonder what I'm going to do tomorrow. I wonder what I'm going to wear tomorrow. Oh my goodness. I wonder what I'm going to get up tomorrow. I want to get up tomorrow. And you start thinking about tomorrow. And the Lord is saying, do not worry about tomorrow. If God is telling you, don't worry about tomorrow, because tomorrow will feed itself, why would you worry about it? Will give you W. And it will give you W. Write it down and you will see. Flip over that M and turn it around, and you will see that it adds up to W. Yes. Yes. It is a W. Absolutely. So you try it and you see, just write it, look at it, and you will see exactly that it is so. It is very much so. So let us shift our mentality on the very things that we are worrying about, because there's always something to substitute for that worry. So I'm going to jump in, and I'm going to give you some solutions of how we are going to get over this very hump. We are going to do this together, because I told you we are together. Now, let me tell you, the more we are together, it is better for us. And when we are together, we are not together just like this. When we are together mentally, physically, it will become natural for us. Okay? So we have to be together mentally. When we share together mentally, we will come in one accord. And when we come in one accord, yes, all things will work together for good for those who love the Lord, because the Lord is good to us all the time. Pray more and worry yet and worry less. Welcome, Arthur Lomack. Yes, indeed. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Pray. So the meantime you are worried about something, say a prayer. Say a prayer. Prayer is just simply you going back to God and you're talking to God. Prayer is not no deep thing where you're gonna like go into a certain trance and all that stuff. No. Prayer is very simple, holding a conversation between you and your maker. Okay? You and your maker, whoever is your God, my God is my creator. So when I go back to him, we holding a conversation. That is my prayer time. And your prayer time don't have to be scheduled, because again, when you start worrying about something, no. See, there's no set schedule for prayer. Prayer is a conversation that you have all the time. So free your mind of all this worry. Yes, please free your mind. So when that very thought of worry jump in, find something to pray about. Yes, find something to pray about, and pray and prayer sincere. Sincere. Don't pray with the wrong motive, because God will not answer you. Yeah? So let me say that again. When you pray with the wrong motive, God will not answer you. Your prayer will bounce back. So let us pray sincerely about whatever we are believing. If we are worried about something, let us put it in prayer and pray sincerely. And when you pray, believe that it will happen. Believe it is going to happen. And when you believe it's going to happen, it will happen. Absolutely, it will happen. There's no if and but. It will happen. But you gotta pray and you gotta believe that that which you prayed for, it is already in place. Welcome, my sister Sabrina. Welcome, welcome back. Welcome, welcome home. Welcome, welcome. So when you pray, you must believe that the very thing that you're praying about is already done. And then there's certain prayers, and maybe it's another session, I'll do that. There's certain prayers that you must put before God. And the very first one, because I want to put this out there, the very first prayer that you want to put before God is a prayer of thanksgiving. When you give a prayer of thanksgiving, you see the very thing that you thought that you're worrying about, you see how it's going to work out for you. It will work out for you. But God will hear you, not only from your lips, your mind, God will hear from your heart. So let us continue to pray. Let us continue to put that out there that our worries will not overtake us. So let us go in. That's, as a matter of fact, that is one solution that we want to put out for worrying. That is one solution that we want to get in there. That's number one solution. So again, if you are writing things down, it is very important. I encourage you to write things down. So if you are writing things down, again, prayer is number one solution. I like to give solutions to the very topic that we are talking about, because when we give solution is what will give us success. It will take us to another place. It will take us to that place where we wish to go. And when we get solution, guess what? We can support each other. So prayer is one. So there we go. Arthur Lomack is adding something else, and I like when we hold a dialogue. When I say something, if you have something to add on to the solution, you can put it. You have the permission to put it in the comment section, that everyone here will learn, because we are here. We are teaching. We are teaching session here. We learn. We teach together. As we learn and teach together, we will grow. And when we grow, we support each other. When we support each other, we'll become stronger, right? So if you do have a solution to not entertain worry, you can put it right here. Drop it in the comment section, because we want to educate each other, because that is our whole point here, is to inspire, empower, educate, and keep it moving here. This is what we want to do. So yes, so the first solution is prayer. Absolutely, that is the first solution. So we want to write that one down. Thank you so much. Tina, put it there. That was the first solution. The second solution that we want to go in, we want to speak. We want to speak words of hope. We want to think about it first. We want to think about right here. We want to think about hope. We want to think hopeful first towards ourselves and then to others. We want to think hopeful. So that's another solution that we want to put on there, where we are putting in some solution where we are worrying. We are worrying about something. It is not healthy for you. I told you this already, that worry is not good for your health. So the next solution, we have the first one, prayer. Pray. Whoever, I am not telling who to pray to, whoever you pray to. Me, I personally pray to my Creator, my God, the Almighty. So yes. So number one, pray to God. God is hearing you. God is your creator. If he creates you, he could hear you. Talk to him. That's what prayer is. Prayer is it's a conversation. So yes. So number two, thank you, Theta, for writing that down. So listen, please pay attention. Theta is writing them down as we go along. So you can take note of the chat. Go in the comment section and you will see that they're written there. Thank you again. You'll see that they're there. so you have a chance to write them down. That is another reason I encourage you to come on in here with your writing tools, your pen, your pens. I told you, even if you have to get a feather, go find a chicken somewhere. I don't know what you got to find, but find something. Let me tell you, get a piece of tree, a stem, whatever you gotta get. Write things down. Either is assisting and putting them in the comment section. So write them down. The next one, you want to speak words of hope, and you want to speak words of strength. Yes, you want to speak word of strength. So when you are worried about somebody, if we say Arthur Lomack is worried about Theda, she want to speak strength to Theda. She want to pray that Theda is strong enough to come through. If Theda promises to say, Arthur Lomack, I am going to come through for you on tomorrow, and it don't happen, it's not happening. She want to make out that prayer request. She want to have that thought in her head saying, I pray that Theda is strong enough. You want to pray. You want to put out that thought of strength. You want to speak words of strength. You want to speak that, because that alone will send out in the atmosphere, and it will go to that which you never know what is happening on the back. Because if someone is over there and they promise, oh, I am doing this and I'm going to do that this time. Pray for strength. Give a word of strength to that person that you are worrying about. And any situation, even the situation that you believe is in your way. Sometimes you're worrying about your bill. Pray for the bill collector. Pray for them. You're worrying so much about your bills not being. Worry about the person who will be sending you the bills. Worry about the company. Absolutely. Speak word of life. So even the very bills that are in front of you, like, oh my God, how am I going to pay my bills? Pray about the person who writing those bills and send them to you. Don't overuse up no bills now. Don't overuse up no bills and run over your credit card and all that stuff, because that's going to be on you. But pray for that person. No, you go to your job and you say, oh, I wonder why my boss is. Pray for your boss. Pray for your job. Pray for the people on your job. Prayer. Pray, pray, pray. Speak life into them. Give them strength. Yes. So you want to make sure. You want to make sure that the motive that you're thinking towards the person is pure. You want to make sure that the motive is pure. Yes. You want to make sure that the motive of the person that you're thinking and you're worrying and you're searching your mind towards, they are pure thoughts. When your mind are pure and your hands are clean, you will see that the very thing, the opposite of what you're worrying about, you will see that things will work out. All things work together for good for those who love the Lord. Yes. So you want to make sure that you send out a pure motive. If you're praying, you want to pray with a pure motive, pure heart. Make sure that your very heart is pure. Your very heart is clean. So you want to make sure that the motive is pure. Absolutely. The motive is pure. When your motive is pure, you will see the very person, oh, when you going to come through for me? But you promised this. You promised that. That same person that you are saying, but you didn't. You want to send out something pure. Have a pure attitude towards that person, and you will see. You will see that things will work out for you. Things will work out for you. The reward of your pureness will work out for you. The very bills that you're worrying about, the time that you say, I don't have enough time, I don't have enough money. Go back in prayer. Go back in prayer and pray for the bills that's piling up. Pray for the person, if you got mortgage, if you got rent, pay for that same space that you're in. Pray for the same space that you're in. Oh Lord, pray. So now the other one is, which will be the last one, is when you are worried about somebody and you show up or they show up, just remember this last one. When you are doing something, when you are worrying, again, worrying will weaken your immune system, let me tell you, and it will cause medical conditions. So when you are worrying, you want to worry less. But what you want to do, you want to worry in a place of inspiration. Worry into a place of inspiration. When you worry into a place of inspiration, you will see that you showing up, you doing something is not to impress anyone, but to inspire them. So, yes, I want to leave that on the last note to know that when you're worrying about someone, just know that the very thought of worry, it is not to impress anyone. You want to impact the very person that you are worrying about, or you want to impact the very life. So don't do anything out of your worry to impress anybody. But anything every time that you start thinking about impressing somebody, detour it so you can impact the world, impact humanity. When you impact humanity, you are replenishing the earth. We are here as co-creators of God to replenish the earth, to lift up humanity, to cause the earth to shake so we can put it back together. We are strong enough to do this. So when we do this thing, the last one is we want to show up, not to impress, but to impact. So again, when I show up, I don't show up to impress anyone. I show up to impact the world because worrying will weaken my immune system, and I am not planning to be sick. No, no, darling. I sat there and you heard my story. I talk about my parents. Yes, when you worry, worry in a place of inspiration so you can impact the other person. Thank you again, Theta, for typing in. So I am telling you this, you hear me talk about my parents all the time. I watched my mother. I watched her, and she worried about her children. I talked to you about the amount of siblings that I grew up with. I had 12 siblings. Well, 12 siblings. I was 11 siblings. I was 12. So it were 12 of us. And I watched my mother worried herself like to death. Worried about, I wonder if this one is okay. She raised her children and they got grown, and she wondered about her children. And she worried about that one, and I wonder if that one. And even though some of them got married and they got grown, she was still worried. And I promised myself that I would not pick up that trait of my mom. I got the trait to love on people. I got the trait to care about people. I got her trait. I got some of her traits, but worrying is one of them. I'm like, you are going through that door. I'm not accepting you. You are not going to live with me. We will not be friends. We will not be relatives. I refuse to accept that one. So let me leave this with you, audience, for those who are tuning in. Refuse to accept worry. Worry will weaken your immune system. Worry will cause illness. Worry will not let you be strong enough, but worry will make you weary. Okay? So I'll leave that with you. As I say, thank you so much for having patience here tonight. Thank you so much for showing up here tonight, because you know what we do here. I tell you this all the time, that when we show up, we're not showing up for ourselves, but we are showing up for generations to come. We want, when we leave here, generations that come in after us will say, I saw Theta's footprint. I saw Sharon's footprint. I saw Arthur Lomax's footprint. They want to see your footprint. So let us remember, worry will give us a weary mind, and worry will weaken our immune system. Thank you so much for tuning in to this live session of the Question Live Show with your host, Verona Willis-Brown. See you on the next go around. We hope to be here tomorrow. Not the same time today, but tomorrow we hope to be here. I am not worried about tomorrow. When tomorrow gets here, we will work it out. So yes, thank you so much for tuning in to tonight's session. Yes, it has been a pleasure. Again, for those of you who are tuning in and you did not put your name down, I don't know that you're tuning in. However, I thank you so much for showing up. Again, the only time I know that you are on the live is if you put your name. So again, you have a great life. Have a worry-free life. Worry is good for you. Worry-free will look nice on you. Keep on going. God bless.